Hey Laughter Tribe, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Krystle Laughter. I'm an author, mom of 7, and creator of Krystle Laughter Academy, an online school for women to heal from toxic relationships, break toxic cycles, and to turn their pain into purpose by birthing their books. So if that sounds interesting to you, go ahead and go to my academy. The link is in the About section, and also I have a 4-part series called the Love Yourself series. I'm dedicated to helping people heal from toxic relationships, build self-confidence, and learn how to develop healthy relationships. So if you've been through it all, need healing, need to, get to the root of that trauma, go and get that series. It's really gonna help you. God bless you. Hold on a second, because my daughter's being kind of loud. Honey, go ahead and sit down. Hannah, turn that down. Sit down. Okay, so first I want to just preface this by saying that ultimately people should hold themselves accountable. But also it does become necessary in life and in relationships to hold other people accountable when they are not holding themselves accountable. But when it comes to mature people and healthy people, for the most part, they will hold themselves accountable because that's just going to be their character. That's going to be just something that they aim towards. They want to grow. They want to be better. They want to be the best versions of themselves. So when it comes to having to hold people accountable, it's usually toxic people, people who have not matured emotionally, mentally. They're grown in their body, but not, emotionally or in their character. So holding, how do you hold men accountable? And in this case, someone asked a question, how do you hold fathers accountable? And this is just going to apply throughout the board for men and people in general. So let's talk about that. So number one, I got my little cards here. In order to hold someone accountable, you have to first think, what am I accountable to? What? Like, what is the standard? So there has to be, number one, standards. You have to have some kind of standard. So let's think about, like, fathers. What is the standard? What is the standard, that the agreed upon standard for that father? That he call his child maybe twice a week, that he sees them a certain time on the weekend, and that's his time. Maybe he does homework with them a couple times a week or every night. I don't know, maybe he calls every night and says good night. If you want to hold someone accountable, you have to have something to hold them accountable to. You have to have a standard, so that when that standard is not met or it's continually being disregarded, that you can say, okay, this is the standard, you're not meeting that. Otherwise, it's just going to be kind of like, he's not doing this, but he's doing this, and I don't know if this is okay. And there's going to be a lot of confusion if you don't have a clear communication, clear standards. Then you're not going to be able to hold someone accountable. You're going to have your feelings. Well, this is the way I feel, this is how they feel, and there's just confusion, and nothing is going to really get done. There's not going to be anything. There's not going to be any solutions that you're going to be able to provide, because there's no standard. So number one, have a standard. Number two, boundaries. Again, you can't hold somebody accountable if you don't know what you're holding them accountable to. If you have boundaries, okay, don't call after 7 o'clock. That's when I'm putting the kids, they're taking a bath, they're getting their homework done, or eating dinner, or whatever it is. Don't do that. Okay, so when they break that, hey, I noticed that you called at 9 o'clock. That's what we're having our family time. You can call anytime between the time they get off school and this time, but please don't call after that, remember? Okay, then that's like a little warning. And then if they do that again, you're like, you know what? I'm gonna maybe turn off my phone after this time, because that's my time, that's our time. We're enjoying our time together, and that's just for us. You have your time, this is our time, and you need to respect that. And then you would just keep upping the ante until they respect you. And if somebody wants to be in their child's life, if someone is a good person at heart, they're going to want to respect you because they want to be in their child's life, and you're their child's mother. They're not going to want you to feel a certain kind of way, because you have to raise their child. And how you are mentally and emotionally is going to affect and impact that child. So a good man is going to care about the way he's treating you, the way he's interacting with you, and about respecting your boundaries. Number three, expectations. What are the expectations for that person as a father? in a relationship? What are the expectations that you have, and have you communicated to them? Because you can't hold someone accountable if you have not set standards, if you don't have boundaries, and if you don't, third, they have expectations. Hey, I expect you to call on Tuesday and Thursdays at 5 o'clock to talk to your child. Their child, yes, we're not together, but you are still their father, and you need to be present in their life. You need to call your child, okay? You need to be responsible. You brought them into the world. They don't just have a mom, they have a father, and they need to know that their father loves them and is wanting to be a part of their lives as well. You know, that's not something you have to explain to a grown-up who's mature, but unfortunately, a lot of men, they just get so caught up in their own lives. They don't have as great a connection as you have as a mother. A lot of times, they're just thinking about taking care of themselves, providing for themselves. They're not thinking about, you know, especially if they're providing financially. They think that some of them think that that's good enough. But you need to be able to articulate that, no, you providing, you know, child support is just the bare minimum. Like, that's not even the bare minimum. That's like part of the minimum. Because you're supposed to provide for your child. They say, well, I do all throughout the week, taking care of them. Okay, I don't get kudos for that. That's my job. So the same way, you need to let them know that they're loved, that you're available to them, that they're cared about, that they're important, and that they matter to you. And the way that you do that is by calling them, seeing them when you're supposed to see them, and keeping your word. Those expectations, that they call them if they're supposed to call them at a certain time, see them on the day that they're supposed to see them, or make up for it if they don't, and that they're doing what they say they're supposed to do. Because otherwise, it's just, the child is just going to be disappointed. You're going to be disappointed, and you're allowing them to come back in your life and still cause, you know, chaos, especially if they're toxic. Which, if you're on the channel, they're probably toxic. So you don't give them no wiggle room. Okay, they already sabotaged the relationship with the toxicity. They don't get to sabotage their child's self-esteem and identity because they don't want to be the fathers that they need to be. So, and number 4, just consequences. If they continue to not do what they're supposed to do, and you know it's negatively impacting your child, you want to set consequences. Okay, maybe you go from calling them from 3 times a week, maybe to 1 time a week. Okay, until you start being responsible, I'm not going to let you. I'm not going to let them know that you're supposed to be calling all those times, because you're just disappointed and you're not doing it anyway. And if you don't start being, you know, or if they're missing the time that they're supposed to see them on the weekend. But you know what? If you don't start seeing your child, then I'm just going to go back to court and ask the judge to cancel it, because cancel the visitations, because it's like not good for the child to have to be disappointed all the time. It's not good for them. It's not okay for them. And I want the best for them. So at the end of the day, especially if you're dealing with your child's father, it's about that child. And so if it's not about that, and a man is trying to do other stuff, he's trying to punish you, or he's just being really self-centered, I mean, you have to stand up and be that solid foundation for that child, that just the person making the right decisions, you know what I mean? Able to make the tough decisions, you know, whatever it needs to be at the time. And it doesn't have to be forever. It can be temporary if that person is willing to change and to step up and do what's right. But usually that will happen only when they know that you're serious, that there are consequences, and they're not just going to have free reign to come in and out of the child's life and to cause havoc and to be inconsistent, because that's not fair to that child. So just know that, and don't let your child's father guilt you or shame you, because that's another tactic that they'll use, and try to make you feel like, oh, you're keeping me from my child. No, buddy, you're keeping yourself from your child. So don't fall for that. Don't fall for the bait. Don't fall for the intimidation. And if a man is toxic, he's disrespecting you, cursing you out, threatening you, don't play with that. Like, don't play games with a grown man, with a dangerous man. That's not the time to play games. And no, your child will be fine. Get that restraining order. Call them popos. Excuse me, popos, this man is threatening me. Yes, I fear for my life. I'm scared. Please come and help me. Stop being afraid to Stand up for yourself and set boundaries so that man knows I can't play with her. She ain't playing. I can't just curse her out, call her all kind of names, degrade her, make her feel like crap. I can't do the same things I used to do. Oh, you want to curse at me? Oh, you want to come step at me like a man? Okay. Hey, Popo. Popo. Now, yeah, 911. Yeah, this man, he's acting all kind of crazy. Yes, please, I'm afraid. I don't know what he's going to do. Please come get him. And you know what? Let him have the consequence he need to have, because he's a grown man. The same way as kids know, you do this, you have this consequence. A grown man knows. But you know what? Especially if you're used to tolerating stuff, you gotta put your foot down and let them know. No, I'm not going to. Yes, I'm going to call the police. Are you going to call the police on me? Yes, I am. Yeah, you want to step to me like that? You want to disrespect me? You want to come at me like I'm a man? Yeah, I'm going to come at you like a man. Yeah, with the popos. Yeah. So, love yourself, ladies. Don't be ashamed to love yourself. Don't be scared to love yourself. Don't care what other people are going to think about you loving yourself. Because you deserve love. You deserve honor. You deserve respect. All the stuff that you want to give to people who don't deserve you, you deserve that. But even more so because you have a good heart. I'm sorry, I'm rubbing stuff on my hand. It's dry. My hands are dry, y'all. I'm just like, no, just no. But yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or comments or stuff that you want to share, put it in the comments below. This is a safe place. We don't deal with the foolishness up over here. We block real quick. We block real quick. Yeah, this is a safe place. So yeah, get your healing on. Stand up for yourself. Yeah, do the thing. Do what you got to do. And if you are interested in turning your pain into purpose, birthing your book, whatever you want to call it, go ahead and go to Krystle Laughter Academy. I got the book Breakthrough. It's going to walk you step by step on how to write and self-publish your book, show you how I turn my pain into purpose, how much money I'm making, how much money you can potentially make every month birthing your book, create that financial freedom. Okay? So if you're interested in that, it is an investment, of course, like anything we're doing is, but it's going to be a blessing to you in the end, you and your family. So that's it. Let's go ahead and sing this song. Let me straighten this wig. Yeah. Okay. Love yourself again. Love yourself again. Love yourself again. Love yourself again. Girl, why you tripping? Love yourself again. I know you play the fool. Girl, I played it too. Love yourself again. I know they did you wrong. That's why I wrote the song. Go love yourself again. Love yourself again. Till next time, y'all. I'll see you later. Okay, bye-bye.